Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. So today I am going to show you how to embed a Facebook pixel into your high level website or funnel. And I'm also going to show you how to create the events for conversion. So if you're running like a lead gen campaign, you definitely want to make sure to set those events, okay, so that the pixel knows like specific actions that you want to track. Now, what we're looking at right now is a sample page that I created. This is actually my sweet little dog, Maggie May. So I just created a page so that I could actually show you this whole process here. Okay. So to get started here, what I want to do is, well, first of all, if you're not a high level member or you are a current high level member and you're interested in joining our program for free, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com to find out more information about all of that. So here is the Facebook page, and you can see here that if we go to the Meta Business Suite, now, if you do not know how to make a Facebook business page or you're unfamiliar with the Meta Business Suite and how to get it set up, make sure to go back and watch this week's training because I walked through those steps, okay, to get up to this point. So you need to definitely complete the previous steps before you get to this point. Otherwise, you'll be really confused, okay? So definitely go back and watch that. So what I'm going to do is I'm right now inside of my Facebook business page, and I'm going to click here to go to the Meta Business Suite. Now you can see when I open it up here, I only have a Facebook page created. That's why the Instagram page is grayed out. So if you are using this for your business and you want to also run Instagram ads, you need to make sure that your Instagram account is connected. And I go into detail about that yesterday. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to scroll down to brand safety. Okay. So, brand safety is for your domain. Okay. What we need to do is verify our domain. All right. Now, I actually have created a sample funnel for my cute little dog, Maggie May. Maggie is, this is the goal here, right? Is Maggie needs to capture email addresses so that she can send all of her followers updates on all of her adventures. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've created the lead gen funnel and we have a domain connected, and now we need to verify it so that Facebook knows that we actually own this domain. So we go to domains here, and you'll see we have the ability to request access to a domain. So this, your business needs to use this asset on behalf of another business. Okay, so if it's like a client or something like that, you want to request access to the domain, you can do that. But most of us are just going to add a new domain. Okay, so I'm just going to click here to add a new domain, and I'm actually going to type in the domain that I have here set up in Cloudflare. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this, and this does need to be a root domain. Okay, so if you're creating multiple subdomains, which most of us do if we're running a lead gen campaign, we're not going to really be using our root domain because that's usually like our main website. But if we're running lead gen campaigns, we will often create a subdomain for the lead gen funnels. Okay, so that's typically how it's done. Now, what I'm going to do here is this is my domain for just for this training. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in and then click add. So once I do that, you'll see that it wants you to add some code here. All right. Now you actually have three options to verify your domain. You can add the meta tag to your HTML source code. You can upload an HTML file to your root directory, or you can update the DNS TXT record with your domain registrar. I think this is the easiest, best option. So I'm going to choose to add the TXT record. Now you can see here the instructions. Go to your domain registrar, log into your account, and find the DNS records section. So here I am. I'm logged into Cloudflare. Here is my the domain that I want to use, and here is the manage the DNS section. Okay, follow the instructions to add the TXT record to your DNS configuration. So I'm going to copy this now. And I'm going to go back now to Cloudflare, and I'm going to add a new record. So whether you're using Namecheap or you're using GoDaddy or Bluehost or whatever, you just need to go to the domain, go to the DNS manager, and then here is where you're going to add this file. So the type of the file that we're going to choose is a TXT record. So I'm going to choose TXT from the drop-down menu, and then I am going to add, we're going to do the at symbol, okay? And I think it even says here, some domain registrars require the at symbol in the host field, okay? So they may want usually it's the at symbol. It could also be maybe just typing in the actual domain, okay? So depending on whichever one you're using, they may have different requirements, but most of them will be fine if you use the at symbol. Now I'm in the next content section. I'm going to paste that code that we got from Facebook, and I'm going to click save. Okay, that's all you need to do. Now we need to click verify domain. Okay, so it already found it, so we are good to go with that domain. All right. Now, the next thing that we need to do is go to data sources, and we need to go to pixels, and we want to now create the pixel. You can see I have some other pixels I've created in this account to test, but what we're going to do is click add to add the new pixel. Okay, so I'm actually going to call this Maggie Mae's pixel. And we can enter in the website address if we want to. So I'm going to, it's optional, but I'm going to go ahead and enter that here. Make sure to put HTTPS, and there we go, and continue. So now it's processing, it's creating my pixel. It's going to give me a code that I need to embed into my website. Okay. So you can continue managing your business, or you can choose to set up the pixel now. I definitely want to just go ahead and get the pixel set up. So I'm going to click here. And now you have the option to add the code using a partner integration. You can manually add the code to the website, or you can email the instructions if you have a developer who manages all of this for you. I'm actually going to show you the process to do this manually. So I'm going to click manual, and now you see I have this code here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this code, and I'm going to go now into my HighLevel website. And if you want to see how cute this is, let me just show you here. I'm going to open up this website, and here's little Maggie, and she has a list here. She has her little purple baby dinosaur that she loves, and she is inviting people to join her list. So add your names to my list so I can share my newest adventures. Click here, right, to go to the register. All right. So we have the code there. Now let's go back into the funnel here, and we're going to go to the settings because you need to add this to the head tracking code. Okay, so we're going to add this here, and we're going to click save. Now you also could add it to the page, and I just want to be thorough and make sure that I explain to you, but you would need to add it to every single page. And so if you have some use case where you just really only want to add it to specific pages, you could go into the page, go to tracking code, and then here in the header code, you could paste that pixel code as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and get out of that. So we've added it to our header, right? The head tracking code we've added there. So now scrolling down, it says we can turn on automatic advanced matching. Okay, so this is actually, if you turn this on, you'll see that what Facebook is doing is matching this data that it's pulling in. So to capture, right? So if you turn this off and turn it back on, I don't know why it does that, but it will actually turn them all on when you do it twice. So if you wanted to do that, you can. A lot of people recommend it. Some people don't want that. So again, it's up to you. If you have no idea, I would just turn it on. Okay, so now we have we want to test that base code that we just entered into our funnel. So now what we need to do is we need to go to our website and then capture the URL. And I'm going to take it back here now, and we're just going to paste it into this this field here, and we're going to click send test traffic. So now what happens is we have opened up our website here, and we do see if you have I know my my little banner here is covering it up, but if you do have the Metapixel Helper, which is a free Google Chrome extension, you'll see here that it has a 2. So it's showing me right now that the page is active. Okay, so let me move that back up there now. All right. So we also see the green active here. So that lets you know so far we've done everything correct. Okay, so it recognized the pixel on that domain. So we are good to go. Let's go ahead and click continue. And now it's giving us the option to use the Facebook events setup tool. Now, this is by far the easiest way. If you wanted to manually add the event code, which if you're a beginner, I don't recommend you doing, but you could actually manually add the event code, but you would need to go through these options here to make sure that you're setting it up correctly, you're choosing the correct event. And then what you want to do is you want to go into your funnel. Let me find it here. You want to go into your funnel, and on each page that you're adding that tracking code, let me go back to Little Miss Maggie May's funnel here. You would want to go into each of the pages that you want to add the events to, and you would go to the tracking code, and then you would want to paste the pixel, and then immediately following that, you'd want to paste the event code. Okay. But like I said, if you're a beginner, you definitely just want to use the options to do it, to use the Facebook event setup tool. Okay, so you'll see why in just a second. So I'm going to click here now, and we're going to move through the steps here. So we've installed the base code, and now it's going to load so that we can test out our website here. So I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to grab my link. Let me close some of these windows here. I'm going to grab the link to my Little Miss Maggie May's funnel, and we're going to go back here and then paste it into the field. So I'm going to click here to open up website, and you'll see now it's opened up the website, but we have this little box here. Okay, so this little box is basically taking the place of adding the codes to the different pages in the funnel. Okay, so we have two options. We can track a new button on the funnel, or we can simply track the URL. Okay, so a lot of the times you're going to do lead gen, right? So if you want to, what I like to do is actually track the actual URL. Okay, so we have the main root domain. So when someone comes to this page, we need to tell the pixel, what do we want the pixel to call this when it is creating the report, right? Do we want to call the viewing of this page add to cart? Do we want to call it initiate checkout, a lead, a purchase? We have all of these different options here. But if you think about the customer journey, when they have landed on this page, they've only viewed the content. Okay, they've not really done anything at this point. So there is no value to capture. So we're going to say does not include a value and then confirm. Okay, now we could also track this button. So we could click here and click on the button, and then we could choose. Now, typically, this would be like you would click the button and it would open up a form, or we could just pretend this is submitting the form if you want to. But in this case, we could say completed registration. Okay, so if this was the button that they would click when they register to be on the list, we could choose complete registration if we wanted to. Okay, now right now, the way that this is set up is right now we have this first page ready, right? So it's ready to start, running ads basically to this page, except we need to find a way to capture who actually became a lead, okay? Because if we're running lead gen ads, we definitely need to track our leads so we can see who actually went to the page, clicked the button, entered their info, hit submit, and then went to our next page, which is the thank you page. Okay, so it would be this page here that they're going to go to once they submit the information. Okay, and it's just thank you for subscribing. Check your email for an important update. Okay, so going back here now, now, there's a few different ways of doing this. Honestly, I feel like the easiest way is just by typing in the URL, or you could go back here. Like, for example, if I just typed in /thank you to add the rest of the URL, but you can actually just go here and then open this up because we have not exited the event manager yet. Okay, so let me refresh this. And of course, it's going to make me a liar. So I'm just going to type in, thank you. So I'm typing in, and let me show you this. Okay. So I'm just typing in the browser /thank you because we need to go to the next page so that we can track our actual leads. Okay. So I'm going to hit that. And then now you see our box comes up again and we're on the thank you page. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know why this isn't It's so funny the things that happen when you're live. It's like I could do this a million times. Um, I don't know why that it's doing that. So let's go ahead and do finish setup and finish and um, let's just do skip. Okay. And we're going to go back here and test events. That is so, so interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead. We can add ourselves. If you guys haven't done this already, we add ourselves to the pixel. We could add any other like connected assets if we wanted to do that. Like this is the ad account. So if you have not done that already, you could definitely do that. Okay. So to get into the events manager, let's go ahead and go to all tools and go to Events Manager. And let's go into our data sources. And now here we have the pixel as well. Okay, so you can see that we're tracking the complete registration and the view content, but I do not know why it is not tracking our thank you page. So let's open this up again and refresh. Okay, so you can see that our pixel is working. Sorry guys, I don't know why it is not showing. Because I have done this, you can see, many, many times, and I honestly have no idea. If I think of the reason, I'll definitely tell you Friday in our Q&A session. It could just be because I have been testing this and it kind of screws things up. But it should definitely have, and we could actually add if we wanted to um, but I definitely don't want to, let's open the event setup tool. Let's try this again because it's gonna irk me. Okay, so we have that. Now let's go ahead and add, thank you. Let's see if it's still grayed out. Okay, so it's still graying this out and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe because I don't have a, I don't know. So, sorry, you guys, I can't show you why that is not working. I hate that I'm live right now. It's not gonna work. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna figure out why this didn't work, and I'll let you know Friday in our Q&A session. But that is how you use the event setup tool. Typically, you can just type in the end address, and as long as you're in the event manager and you're still in that same domain, it should show up here and just let you know that so that you could say, I want to track this URL, just like if we were in our main page here. Okay, I could, and see, it's not even, it's like grayed out here as well. So I'm not quite sure what's happening right now because it should let me continue other actions unless it needs like an action on the other page. Okay, so now I'm really just thinking out loud. So sorry, you guys, I couldn't show you that part, but like I said, that is how you set it up. I think things are being wonky right now. That happens when I'm live sometimes, but thank you all so, so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.